Kemar.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's one of the hardest things you've been through in life that you didn't even think you could get through at the time, but you did? And how did you do it?
Oh, well, it has been several things, but one of the most challenging one is when I feel like no one really accepted me for who I was. Like I had to pretend to be someone else. But at the end of the day, I realized that what matters is just who you are. And that was my motivation at the time. So I kept going. I started believing more in myself, what I have to do, stay focused.
So they didn't appreciate who you were.
Yeah, because I thought I had to be like this or have something to appreciate, which I realized that wasn't what's important. You know what I'm saying, to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you felt like being accepted on a larger scale by people, a lot of people, and being popular. You used to think that that's what would make you feel worthy.
Worthy, definitely.
You know, and you didn't feel like you were enough the way you were. Just the way you are.
At some point, but when I'm around, I lose my confidence, and it took me a while to realize that I have to see who I am, and I have to tell myself that without no one's opinion. You know what I mean? I got to be who I am and see my work before anyone else could. And that's a great concept. When you realize the thing that truly matters and who you are, when you accept that, you put yourself out there and everything will come to you, the right people and everything that really belongs in your life. And that's all that matters.
Absolutely. Yeah. And what helped you to take the first step? Like, something, I need to get to know myself and I need to spend more time appreciating myself the way I am, instead of looking for approval on the outside from other people. What made you decide to take that first step, to look inward?
Yeah,
because it's not always easy to do that.
Exactly, definitely. But I realized that I was hurting myself on many occasions, and I felt like this is not life, this is not me, this is not the way to live. I mean, I'm sure there's a better way of doing it. And I realized that I was just being hard on myself, because being me was good enough, you know what I'm saying? And then when I started to embrace all the things that matters, who I am, what I like, the world just accepts Kemar for who it is. I know I'm perfect. Like, I can tell everyone that just be yourself, and that's all that matters.
What do you like most about yourself?
My personality was definitely,
I like it too.
Thank you. Cool, and I'm very adventurous. Easy to get along with everyone, and I think these are good things. I always get along with people, and I'm great notes. So if I can relate to them in something positive each day, that's my goal. As long as they're good, I'm good.
And what are you passionate about?
Modeling.
Modeling.
The industry. I'm really an aspiring model. I have a lot of experience in it. And these are some of the things that motivates me along the way to show me that, listen, I can't believe I'm actually doing this, or, I could have accomplished, because I was limiting myself from these things because I thought that I had to have certain things to, really accomplish what I really wanted. So now it's great. I'm just taking one step at a time, and I'm thankful.
So with the world of modeling, there must have been even more pressure on you to look perfect, to be perfect, right? Because it's largely image-based. So what helped you get through that?
Oh, well, I'm confident with my skin now. Like, I felt...
You have a great complexion.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
I felt like I can only put me out there. There's no one else out there regardless. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for everyone else. So everyone is unique in their own way, but it takes someone strong with confidence to embrace all of that and to realize that. And that's what I do, and it really brings me through. I'm really...
But are there things other than you just realizing that you're good enough? What helped you get to that point? Because you don't just get up and say, I'm good enough. You had to go through, what are some little things you did that helped you along the way to get started to start appreciating yourself?
Well,
what are little things you did?
So much expectations, and some of the things that I did, I found out that I was really hurting myself. I was being really hard on myself. And I experienced these things by the bad part of it. I didn't appreciate the good part. So if certain things didn't happen to me, it would really help me to realize what was really mattered, what was the issue.
Okay, so seeing the
obstacles.
Hello.
No, thank you. So seeing the positive in situations and not being so hard on yourself, that's what helped you.
Most definitely.
Very well. All right, and what would you say to someone who is maybe in the image business, in modeling, and feels like, you know what, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable with myself, and they're going through what you went through. What would you say to someone like that?
Well, first and foremost, you can't be anything if you don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You can't limit yourself. You gotta go out there, you gotta know what you're worth before anyone else can see that. Because at times we do have potential, we do have insecurities, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta get out there and just put your best forward. You won't know the people who actually like you for who you are until they see who you are and what you have to bring to the table. And everyone is different, like I said, and we all have something special to bring to the table. And together, that's what makes us unique and make us different.
And what about the pressure to look perfect with models? Any advice for someone who, because in order to make it in the industry, you have to be attractive.
Pretty much.
So what advice would you give for someone coping with the expectation, the high expectations?
So just trying to put yourself in the position that you're more comfortable with, trying to send out, you know, your portraits and stuff like that, because there are photographers and choreographers who will help you with these things along the way. So
yes,
whatever you think is best for you, you're more comfortable with, you can do it. Because in model, it's not just about being on stage looking all masculine and pretty and slim in face. That's a big part, but you know, you can do a lot of stuff, you know. So, and I think that's a start. When you do that, it's gonna help you to like be motivated to try the next step.
Okay, very well. So who would they go to for some more support? The photographer?
Well, you know, you have online resources, so there's a lot of resources. You can go online, you can do agencies, you can see people as individual.
But there are photographers who will work with you.
Most definitely.
Okay, not all of them, but you can find.
Most of them, for example.
All right, and not to be so hard on yourself.
Pretty much.
Very well. All right, well, thank you so much for your time, Kemar. I appreciate it.